Yo, what up? It's DeVonte Thomas with Top Shelf Financial. Come with us to tune into the Brands Experts podcast. Follow me. Let's do it. Come on in.
All right. Got it.
And here we got the amazing Ashley Kahn doing a mural for us, telling the story of the brand Top Shelf, what we're going to be doing in the store, creating an experience for our clients, people that we work with, and she's bringing that whole vision to life. So this is going to be really amazing. By the end of the day, you'll get a chance to see what this is all about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Up the merch that's going to be going up here real soon. Just take in a whole different experience of how financial services distributed. So this is what this location is about. This section, we got the team. These are the people that makes this whole thing work out behind the scenes. Here we got Miss Culver that takes care of Top Shelf. She tunes us out by putting them headphones on. But she's the one that makes it all works and keeps me intact.
Okay.
We got the lovely Miss Sellers who contributes and helps to the sports program with AVAC. The amazing Jazzmine Thomas, my sister, get counseling on, while your jumper ain't hitting, while you ain't making the shots, she'll be there to help you out with that as well.
That's right.
We got training going on here with new associates.
All right.
Investment advice that happens right there. And boom, this is where we huddle up to talk big ideas as a team and to carve out the future and, attract the next victory.
All right. Let's get to the podcast.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. How am Experts doing? We are in another Brands Experts podcast. Right here, we're in beautiful Lancaster, California, on location at Top Shelf Financial. They're an incredible facility, and we're going to let them introduce themselves and exactly what they do and what industry they're in. So we're going to start with Jazz and then go to DeVonte.
So yeah, my name is Jazzmine Thomas. I'm an investment advisor here at Top Shelf Financial.
Yeah, what's up? DeVonte Thomas. I'm the owner, operator of Top Shelf Financial. I'm an insurance broker by trade.
All right. So also want to tell you guys, thank you for everything that you guys are doing in this community. This is very needed to have this strong leadership out here in the Antelope Valley, especially the location that we are. You could oversee the whole marquee staple area that is Lancaster Boulevard. So you guys are in the center, and you can look left and right. You see the palm trees. You see kind of everything that's going on here. You guys are at the center of that with the branding and the house and everything like that. So one thing, guys, thank you for that. Just building this out here because you guys could have done this anywhere, but you're doing it here in Antelope Valley. So I want to tell you guys thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate what you're doing. I know I shared offspring. What you're doing is big as well. Just bringing a lot of attention, a lot of light, positive light to the businesses here in the community and bigging that up. So that's big for you as well, man. So appreciate your contributions to not just us, but to the other businesses as well.
Thank you for looking out. Yeah,
for sure. Yes. What I thought was important was that a lot of people talk about what other people should do with their money, but you got to start where you are. Like you got to just do what you can with what you have, and that will lead to where you want to go. So that was the mindset behind it. Just getting started.
Yeah,
for sure. So what I'm going to start off is we want to know a little bit about you guys. So let us know a little bit about your upbringing and what got you guys into this industry. We can start with you, Jared.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in the San Fernando Valley. Was raised by a beautiful, strong, single mother. And I came out here in middle school, and then I went to New Vista Middle School for 8th grade, and then I went to Lancaster High School, and I fell in love with this guy, right? And everything was history. So this community has this community has given me so much, and that's why I'm so excited to give it so much.
Yeah, so grew up here in Antelope Valley. I think that's where a lot of my pride comes from. Growing up here in the 661. I got a big pride here because, you hear all the time that no one makes it from this town. No one does anything special here. So I watched my dad run a pretty big business here, sports business that impacted a lot of the youth in the community and just touched a lot of people. And so I got a big passion for this city, other places as well, but definitely got a big time love for the Antelope Valley. So I'm from here. I went to school here and ran my business here. And, seeing some of my dreams come true here in the city as well. And so a little bit about my background.
And how did you kind of get involved in the finance industry?
Yeah, you know what? And I'm gonna send this poem because I always remember where I come from. There's a gentleman named Ernie Sears, Sharon Sears. They introduced me to this industry. Neighbors of mine, when I was living with my dad, I was 19 years old, and they're still in the financial industry. But they introduced me to it. They wasn't necessarily looking to work for myself. They were looking to kind of get my dad involved in the financial industry, but he was way too busy, didn't have time for it. I seen his quality of life, and that was something that I wanted. I had a daughter on the way. We had a daughter on the way, and I knew I needed to do something similar to whatever it was they were doing. They lived on a golf course, had a great life, the whole deal. And I was like, man, if I do what these guys do, then I'm gonna be successful myself. So, long story short, I actually worked with them, and over some months, we got the opportunity to collaborate and work with them, and that was the beginning of now a 12-year career in the financial industry.
Wow, 12 years. That's big to have somebody that inspired you and you still remember them and to just shout them out.
Shout out to Ernie.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate everything, your contributions, and just giving us the opportunity to do what we're doing now.
Sure. So, if you guys can let us know you guys' positions at Top Shelf Financial, start with you, Jack.
Yeah, so I'm an investment advisor here. So my position is basically helping out our clients with either a higher net worth or clients that are just interested in knowing more about investments. So I do a lot of educating in that field.
Definitely. So I'm the CEO of the brand, Top Shelf Financial, the company itself, the financial component. And my background is retirement specialist. I specialize in the retirement space, and then also teaching the day-to-day basics of the importance of life insurance as well. So we're a full service firm with Jazzmine, specializing in assets under management, and ourselves specializing in life insurance planning, college planning, and then also retirement planning.
Sure. So we got the CEO right here. We got these faces behind the brand when you see it. So as you see, as they keep building, they have relationships in New York and other states, and so as you see them to continue to build and have high rise buildings and things like that.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. You remember that the first podcast we started.
Right where you seen it at, but
right.
Don't forget it.
Right.
For my man Elite, for sure.
So we want to get into if you guys have any mentors, like two mentors that you guys like kind of really helped you guys become expert in the financial industry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Mentors, again, I always, things, in your career, things take a turn. People go their own ways. But I never forget, where I came from and the contributions that was made into myself, into Jazzmine, that's allowing us to do what we're doing now. So shout out to George Palayo. He was a big mentor of mine that taught me a lot about the financial industry, the maneuvers, how to be a professional at it. And then also Patrick David. I got an opportunity to run with those guys for George Palayo, PHP, and Patrick David for 8 years. And if it wasn't for that 8 years spent, I'm probably not able to do what I'm doing with Top Shelf Financial today. So those were two immediate mentors that invested a lot into myself, that kind of groomed me for what it is that we're doing today with our company. So thank you to them. Shout out to them as well.
Yeah. So one of my biggest mentor, just in regards to life itself, would happen to be my mom. So she is strong. When I say strong, I've never met a woman like her. She's always told me to keep going, and I've never seen her give up. And when you grow up, you don't even realize how close that you may be to giving up. And she never did. She always pushed me. And then my other mentor is DeVonte. He has like a killer mindset. You know what I mean? So he's execute, execute, execute. And sometimes it bothers me, right? Because I think I'm doing enough. But when I compare myself to what it is that he's done, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. And I'm really proud of where he is. And I enjoy competing with him. And I'll eventually surpass you. So.
And really quick, too, just on that point, I'll be absolutely remiss if I didn't. Uh, I know I shout out to other people that we just mentioned, but the biggest and the best, mentor that I've ever had. I just got the opportunity. I was fortunate, I'm blessed to see his example every single day from a child of my father, Gary Thomas. And, you talked about, when you look at a mentor is someone that is invested into you, that grooms you, that spends time with you, that teaches you the ropes. That's one phase of a mentor. But when you get into someone that actually, invests time, money, uh, sweat, blood, and tears, so to speak, wisdom, seeing you succeed. No one out there has done that outside of my dad, Gary Thomas. So I'm definitely not who I am as a man, as a businessman without him. And I got the inspiration of my wife as well to support us. So if he was a mentor of mine, if he contributed to us, toast to you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
For sure. Shout out Gary Thomas, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shout him out for what he's done, for his family, how he sets the example, and very important. And Jazzmine's mother as well for everything she's done, and help groom and raise her into the great woman that she is today.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
For sure. So, who develops the investment programs at Top Chef Financial? Like the portfolios and things like that. Do you guys put those together yourself?
Yes. So for investments, we sit down with our clients. We get to know our clients, and we ask them very important questions to kind of figure out where they are in life. And so when it comes to the investment side, we author all the questions that we ask them. We compile a portfolio that works for them.
Yeah. So we huddle up together. The beauty behind what we do, she gets to serve the clients that I've already had from the beginning of my career, and now we're able to kind of give them a full service. It used to be I'm not security licensed, so I wasn't able to offer them investment advice and stocks. So it was really just insurance based products. And so now us collaborating and jobs and being security license, it allows us to just give full service to our clients. So we huddle up together, we game plan. I understand the investment space, and so we were able to bounce ideas off each other and then identify what's best for the client.
Yeah, it's really cool. They get like a full team, so they're not coming in to just meet with me or just meet with Conte. They usually meet with us together, and things that he can offer them, I usually wouldn't, and things that I can offer them, he usually wouldn't. So us together, we're able to offer them everything.
That's great that you guys come together and kind of collaborate and make sure you guys come up with a strong plan together.
Absolutely.
So it's like, you
Very
get
sound.
2 for 1.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of value with that. Okay. What was the moment when you knew you wanted to have your own financial investment business?
You know what, man? I actually never really wanted to be in this position, one of my, and now I'm happy I am in this position. It's one of the best decisions, it's interesting because, when God has a purpose for you, you can try to deviate from that purpose and other doors won't open up, and it's like, I wanted to do other things. I wanted to get into being a sports agent and, I've gotten to a certain place in my career where I could look at doing other things, but certain doors wasn't opening up. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't effortless. And so, I ended up falling back to what I know my whole life, my whole adulthood life. And I was, running the financial services business. And so, long story short, on that, to answer your question, we were in partnerships with some of the previous mentors that I mentioned. I was in a partnership with someone else here in the community, and it just wasn't working out. And I got to a place to where every single time something doesn't work out in the business, it gave me a clear indication that you need to start your own. Because every time you got to reset, is you got to pack your bags up and go figure out the next move. And so we got tired of that. And was like, you know what, we need to build it on our own philosophy, build it the way that we care about it, and then, advance the company and make this a 10, 20-year run without having to restart. So that kind of what led us to starting the company. And then the collaboration with Josh, we found our purpose with the collaboration with the brand Top Shelf, Top Shelf 17 and Top Shelf Financial, and how we can service our community. So that's kind of what led us to starting the company.
Yeah.
All right, that's important. A lot of people don't know kind of like that story about a business, and I always think that's an interesting kind of piece because as I look around so many different businesses, like how did they start? What was the story behind it? I know the story behind that there was already some involvement, and you guys just took that to the next level.
Oh yeah.
It's really important.
Yep.
For sure. Let me see. Let's get into the history of the brand. When was the brand launched?
In 2017.
17. Yeah.
So Top Shelf 17. So
So, people think that, I know right now at this point, it just looks like Josh and I are hitting on all cylinders, but there's a photo out there. So it's interesting. It's on Instagram right now. And we were at an IHOP. This is 2017. And I'm probably like 25 pounds lighter than what I am now. And Josh probably the same thing. And Josh has on this great Top Shelf sweatsuit. If we can get the picture and tie that into the segment, that'd be dope. But Josh has on this Top Shelf 17 sweatsuit, one of the very first ones. And that at that IHOP, that was the planning of us collaborating together and co-branding financial services and a lifestyle brand. And that was the beginning of it. He obviously had some things going on beforehand, but us really preparing for what we're doing today, executing in 2017. So that was the beginning of the journey.
Okay. So this is one of the most important questions, and whenever we do one of these interviews, especially the first one, because this is really important because there can be a lot of financial investment companies, right? But what makes Top Shelf Financial unique as a brand?
Yeah. So the thing that we focused on when we decided to have our own company is how do we make financial services attractive to people that look like us? So we no longer wanted to be the type of advisor that you typically see, which is usually an older, middle-aged white male, right? We don't look like them. And we wanted people in our community to feel comfortable receiving advice from people, and usually you can connect with people that you look like. So it was all about basically tying in our need, the need that people need, which is financial advice and a lifestyle, right, with the cool clothing and things like that, and providing something that people don't usually see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a big part of it. Us separating ourselves from the traditional, financial institutions that are out there, your Mortgage or Merrill Lynch. We wanted to be more true to ourselves, in regards to things that we care about. I would like to think we know how to dress. We swagged out a little bit, and so, but and then on the other side of it, man, people connect to what they can relate to. So for us, it's not about us being above our community. It's about us being leveled with our community, but at the same time, we understand what our community oftentimes don't understand. So it puts us in a position to connect with them emotionally, but at the same time, be able to facilitate financial literacy to them in a way that they'll be able to comprehend and understand. So one of the values with Top Shelf Financial is to take sophisticated concepts and break it down to where the average person could understand it, and they feel forward with making good, healthy financial decisions for themselves, not out of lack of understanding, but like, man, I thoroughly got educated. You thoroughly helped me understand what it is that you're talking about. I feel very comfortable moving forward. If we accomplish that objective, that is the crusade in itself.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the branding and clothing and everything like that, Josh does an excellent job of creating apparel and merchandise that you're not wearing that just because you want to support Top Shelf. You're wearing that because this is a cool date night outfit. It has that swag that that appeal to it. But at the same time, there also is the pride in knowing that my financial advisors are the ones that are behind this clothing line, and then that starts the conversation for other people to have, you know, to be able to reach out to us as well. So a little bit about the strategy and working.
No, that's great that there's an idea to target people that are not already there, that always, trying to take their stuff to the next level, which is nothing wrong with that. But you guys are actually also targeting people that are not that savvy with industry and kind of get them up to speed. So that's really great that you guys are doing that too.
Yeah, because the more and more you talk to people, you realize that it's not that they don't want to know; it's they just don't know. So they want more, they want advice, they want education. They don't know who to go to, they don't know who to trust, and we want to be trust. We want to be those people they can trust.
See that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. By the way, we're flagging up together.
Yeah, we're all kind of like on accident, but we look good.
Something about the vibe and energy.
Energy. You can't
Well,
really.
the birthdays are a day apart.
March 5th, March 5th.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's meant to be.
That's right.
All meant to be.
That's right.
It's good to show that you can dress up in our community. Sometimes we think it's wrong to dress up, but you can pop a suit, look good, and still be successful that way too. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So what was the toughest thing that the brand had to overcome when getting started?
Lack of understanding. People not understanding the brand.
Yeah. That's a big part of it. There's several things, but that was definitely one of them. We've been on calls with corporations and what you would call branding experts, and we've been told straight up, a lifestyle brand in financial services. Yeah, that's not the way.
They don't go hand in hand.
They don't go hand in hand. And you know what? And frankly speaking, because you have a responsibility when you're investing your money, right? So you don't want to just be arrogant and not listen to anybody, right? So I remember we were on a call and, Josh and I, Jazzmine as well, we were kind of shook for a second, like, man, maybe this ain't gonna work. And I'm gonna give this credit to Josh, and he just got a burst of motivation, and he's like, man, I'm tell you right now, what they're saying is true. It doesn't make sense. However, if we don't make it make sense, then they're right. We got to stop listening to these quote unquote experts, and we just got to roll the dice on us because it makes sense to us. And since it makes sense to us, let's roll the dice and see what happens. And we thought that thing all the way through, and then just having that conversation, it kind of made sense to me. I'm like, why am I letting other people tell me that my vision doesn't make sense?
Absolutely.
Right? And same thing for Josh, And so we was like, you know what? Let's do it. We're going all in. If it fails, who cares? Right? But we're going all in. We're going to do this. And we're going to put all of our effort, energy into trying to get this community to see our vision. And then that was the beginning of the fashion show. That was the beginning of, the Top Shelf 17, Top Shelf financial merchandise. And we went all in, man. And funnily enough, the love and reception that we've received, it's like the experts were completely wrong, right? But what if we didn't take the chance on ourselves? We wouldn't be sitting here with you today. We wouldn't be telling this story.
You'd be back working somewhere, and the dream would be, tucked somewhere.
Yeah.
Kind of just had it throw
What
away.
if? Yeah.
But that's not what happened. You guys bet on yourself, bet on your family, bet on your dream, and look where we are. Like, I have never been here around this time, and it actually looks more beautiful right now than in the daytime, because right now you can see everything. Like, you can see the lights. The city comes alive right about now, and you can see that. And so it's great to see that, the city coming alive, and you guys have that view. So you guys can just, I don't know if you guys ever come late at night, strategize, think about ideas, and also with having this conference room, this is a great space to network and do different things, meet with clients, and training, so many different things you guys can do. But the fact that you guys think different. So, let's say there's somebody in the entertainment industry or athlete, well, where he's getting his investment advice from, they're just looking to make $1. They may not care about his well-being. They may not care about the other things that are important to him that you guys don't care about. So, it makes me think about Elon. Everybody told him he was crazy, and now look where he is. He's one of the successful people on the planet because he didn't care. People thought he was crazy because he knew it would work. I believe in work. I believe in special. Keep going. Don't stop.
Thank you.
Don't
Thank
ever
you.
stop. So let's see what we're gonna get into next. Let me see. What did going through that? What did you guys do going through that will help you guys in the future?
Right.
Just never give up. So, what makes sense for us doesn't always make sense, and it's not supposed to make sense for everybody, right? When God gives you a vision, that vision is for you. It's not for everybody. So there's going to be a lot of questions, there's going to be a lot of doubt, but when God gives you a vision, like there should be nothing, absolutely nothing that makes you stop. I mean, why prolong the vision that He's given you, right? So I guess it gave us more mental toughness than what we already had.
Elite, this is for me the epitome of the Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. You know what I mean? And man, if I struck out, right, which I'm not, but if we did, there's so much peace and just like because I did it my way versus the way that other people wanted the quote unquote experts, right? Suggested that we did it. And this is fun for us because we out here like on our last adventure and we're just doing it the way that's true to us, that we connect with, that we believe a lot of people in our culture and our community also connect with. And again, we put our clients, our potential clients in a position where they can appreciate us for who we are. But at the same time, we also put ourselves in a position to where, we didn't cut corners. That they can get investment advice from us. They can get retirement planning from us. They can get, like good life insurance situations put in place for themselves from us. So, we did it all the way the right way in regards to, being what we would consider experts in our industry. But at the same time, in a way to where, we're in a position where our clients is able to accept us for us and they connect with us based off of who we are versus what society says what the financial advisor looks like or what a financial advisor is supposed to represent.
Breaking the mold.
Yes, sir.
You're doing it your way. That's how I look at it too. Like a lot of people, I have a business consulting firm, but also have a podcast. A lot of people, might think it's supposed to look different, however they feel, but let's break those rules.
Right.
Let's change the narrative on that kind of stuff because I think when you do that, you show what was important to you and your belief, and doing that is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna get into next, make sure you stay tuned, stay locked in with this, is if someone or a brand wants to partner with Top Shelf Financial, how do they get involved? We'll get into that next. So stay tuned. Very important. Right?
Yes.
This partnership is one of the best drivers of business success. So if you're trying to do everything yourself, don't do that. That's why we're all here together because we partner to get this done and to get their message to my audience and get my message to their audience. So very important. So be on the lookout for that. Man, it's like so much better.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, so
cool.
we're right here with Top Shelf Financial, Jazzmine and DeVonte, right, owners of the brand, right. So we were getting to an extremely important piece of the interview, and that was if a brand wants to partner with Top Shelf Financial, how do they go about doing that, and what do you guys look for with brands that want to partner with you?
Yeah, at this point, man, it's got to be mutually beneficial for both brands. You got to think big. You got to want to go out there and make an impact in the community. You got to want to be able to contribute to what it is that we're doing. That we look to contribute to, what it is that you're doing. So we're open. We're definitely open to talking and building with other people, well, other brands that's out there. But they got to be ready to play ball, man, because what we're looking to do is definitely nothing small, and we need people that think big and that will win big to be able to kind of, tie in and do what it is that we want to sell.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Okay. So, and another thing that's big with brands like what you guys are doing are sponsorships, like arenas and larger buildings and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something you guys would be interested in thinking about doing in the future, something like that?
Oh yeah, we're actually in the works now with sponsoring a court out in Orange County where they do like youth basketball. They have like 8 court facilities, so we're going to sponsor one of those courts, and our logo will be there, and people will learn more about finances that way too.
With the youth program that's operating out here in the Amarillo Valley, we will be sponsoring the league itself, but also maybe one of the teams, one of the youth teams that's going to be in the league as well. So we definitely be doing things that be sponsorship and touching the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. With you guys being very rare in this financial space,
Mhm.
right? Would you guys be interested in talking to colleges like HBCUs because they need black leadership in these fields? Because a lot of people get degrees but never end up working in these fields.
Right.
But with you guys being black leaders, is that something that you guys maybe will be able to look into in the future?
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, we would love to speak to the youth. That's the most important generation is the youth, right? Because they're going to be the ones that keep it going. So it'd be great to be able to impact them and speak to different colleges and things like that.
There's no limitation, but on what we do or what we want to do, everything is out of the chessboard. So, you gotta execute, move at a time and be strategic with everything that you're doing. But we definitely don't have any limitations on, touching different communities and getting involved in different projects.
For sure. No, that's important because a lot of people think, oh, it's finances, it's done this way. But like you guys already explained, it doesn't have to be done like that. You guys think a lot differently than most brands in this industry do. So
Absolutely.
that's very important that you guys think differently, do things differently, and go about building a business that way.
Right. Yeah.
And as we are talking about partnership, have you guys partnered with any local brands so far?
Yeah. So AVAC United, it's a youth basketball league out here. We've partnered with them. Who else do we have?
Yeah, we've done some things with some of the other business players in the community. We did our fashion show. We had some of the prominent business names come out. We had Tribunal Law that came out. We had Cullen's Insurance Group that came out as well. So
Grow Her Realty.
Grower, we named Glenn, shout out to him. But I'd love to do more things, man. But everybody got to want to collaborate, got to be big, to want to scale. Collaborate in the future as well.
Put it together for sure. Is there any new offerings in the next 6 to 12 months that Top Shelf Financial will be offering?
Oh yeah. You mean financial advice and financial, or do you mean like something cool for the community?
Both. You know, both? Yeah, if there is something in both areas.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things that I've been focusing on lately is 401ks. So I've been doing a lot with my clients' 401ks and actively managing those portfolios. So no longer kind of get it and forget it. So I'm in there and daily looking at what their 401ks are doing and helping them to make the right decision. So that's kind of what I've been rolling out lately.
Well, number one for our clients, we pride ourselves on customer experience. That is an absolute for us. So it could be just a regular Friday, and we're gonna send our clients, dinner gift cards for the weekend, or if they're a sports fan, they might get tickets to randomly go to a sporting event. So our approach when we service our clients is way more than just the transaction. We want to go above and beyond the transactions. We actually enjoy the experience, being educated, making the right financial decision, and then feeling like it was a working relationship versus you just got sold something. So we're always doing things like that. We just do Valentine's Day for our clients. We're always offering and giving back to our clients. And then as soon as next week, man, we're gonna be dropping some new merch that's coming out that our clients and the people in the community can come out and purchase, or maybe we'll even get some of that stuff away as well. So we always do things to get it away and get it back to the community.
Right.
That's great. That you guys have already made such a big impact here that it's not just stuff to talk about. You guys have already made a big impact in this community. So if we could talk about something that you guys have already done as a brand. I was here with the Small Business Saturday, right?
Cool.
It was a great event. A lot of people came out. It was a little cold, but that didn't stop the party. It was going. Got Gather Blast was here.
And then Terrence, shout out to Terrence.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely, had it going, with that, and you guys had a lot going too. So can you guys talk about how that came about and you guys' vision for how that turned out?
Yeah. I'm a board member on the Boulevard Association down here, and there was a event hosted by the Boulevard Association, and Top Shelf had its own element of the event that we were responsible for. And so, my focus for that event, our focus for that event as well as Jazzmine, was to highlight what the potential of this boulevard. There's so much potential here. You can't get this in Palmdale. You get a big franchise over there, but you ain't got this happening over there. And so, we wanted to take it up another level and, incorporate other outside businesses that aren't on the boulevard, but have a lot to offer and are passionate about being involved in their city and their community. And so, like we mentioned, we brought out Gather Class with Karen, we brought out Breakfast Snacks, Janet with Callaway's Real Estate, the Reno Law came out, and I can go on. There's a ton of food vendors as well. And our vision with Top Shelf is to, again, we market and we brand to our community to do business with us, to choose us to be their financial advisors that lead to their financial destiny, so to speak. And that's the easy part. We should be doing that. That's our job. But on the other hand, what are you doing with the community to show them that you appreciate them without using that?
Right.
And Small Business Saturday gave us the opportunity to illustrate that. That we just want to do something for our community because we value, the community, and you guys give us an opportunity to serve you. And so that was what Small Business Saturday was all about.
It's awesome, man. Thank you guys for doing that. Thank you guys for showing it's possible with Black business, that we can actually do something, have a positive event with no problems, none of that kind of stuff. Just, showing different sides of what we can do.
Right. That's a good time.
So one of the most important questions that I love to ask brands is, because with business, I believe the business world has changed into bottom line. Show up, make us money, go home, as many days as possible all year. But, to me, that's where a lot of brands and businesses go wrong, because now, people just look at work like, oh, you just want me to work. You don't care about me. You don't think I'm special. But, I believe that there's so much you can do, right, to have fun as a company and a brand, whether it's holiday parties, whether it's, days off or gift cards or, bonuses for your birthday, things like that. So what does Top Chef Financial do to have fun as a brand? Rather, you can get into two parts with your staff, and then also kind of like how you guys have fun with you guys' clients.
Yeah. So one of the cool things that we do is our assistant here, she works hard, right? She's constantly making sure we're on point with our schedules. We just recently hired new agents to make sure that the agents are up in the know of what they should be doing next. And so for this past holiday season, DeVonte and we were able to send her and her husband on a getaway, and that was really nice for them to be able to spend time together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was important to us, and that was meaningful for them. And from our agent standpoint, this business has changed my life. I got started out with a 19-year-old kid, and the odds were stacked against me and Jazzmine to, enter this business. So, through, personal development, through the books and reading and studying and improving, through work ethic, through trial and error and failure, we've been able to, materialize a lot of our goals and dreams. And so for me, touching that and experiencing that, again, I feel obligated to go all in to help our agents experience that same quality of life. I tell our guys all the time, depending on how obsessed you are with doing it for your family, you should 100% get six figures with us. You should 100% get seven figures if that's something that you want to do and you want to scale it. There's no limitation, working with us, because I don't live by limitations myself, right? So we try to inspire our agents to climb to certain heights that we've been blessed to be able to climb to. And we're still climbing, by the way. You know, we're still,
Oh, every time you think you've hit your ceiling, it's like,
yeah.
what?
There's
Well,
more out
we're still on the ground level, right? There's so much more that we want to do.
There's still more out there, so we're still building, but we definitely, like I said, we inspire our agents to go out there and materialize their goals and dreams. And then in regards to our clients, man, it's all about that's the backbone of the business, right? So we definitely not just give them a gift card to Starbucks or gift card to go out to eat. I try to through get creative and through collecting information find out what they're passionate about.
Right.
So if they're a doctor, right? I'm giving them tickets to the doctor's blood. They like certain, tequila. I'm gonna send them, you know what I mean? I'm gonna send them a nice bottle of tequila, they're their favorite. So try to be attentive to what that person likes and appreciates, and be able to serve them from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, for sure. No, that's important because it's to me it's the worst thing that has happened in business is that it's went in a direction to where it's like go to work, make us money, make us a lot of money, and you may only get 5% of the money that was made, and you don't. There's like I've been to since my working career, out of the military. I've only been to one holiday party, like one ever. Right. That used to be a normal thing.
Yeah.
But if you talk to people, that's very common nowadays. They just don't do that kind of thing anymore because it's not about bottom line. Like they're not making any money on it. So why do they care? Why do they care about your family seeing the good things you did at the local Target or Walmart?
Right.
Why would they care about that?
That culture, man, that culture will eventually get, people to start thinking aggressively of their escape plan. You can build a loyal following. People will be happy to be an entrepreneur versus being an entrepreneur 100% if you have a positive culture where their goals, their dreams, the things they care about can materialize through working with you and leading, right? But if you got a dead culture, man, people are going to be wheels are turning on what their exit strategy is, and you can't leave people out.
I lived through that where it was like, I don't know if you guys have had 9 jobs before.
I have before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
same thing. Yeah. It's just beat you until you can't get beaten no more, and then you feel burnout. And you take burnout home. It's not worth it. So yeah, I get it. Yeah. So we're not going to be that, and we're too young to be boring, right? So we're not going to be boring in our business. We're not going to be boring towards our agents. We're going to treat them with love, respect, kindness, and help them get to their next level.
And challenging.
Challenge them. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
People to also put the extra work in to again fight your goals and dreams are definitely not going to just happen because you want them to happen. You gotta work for it. And sometimes effective leadership is challenging people to get better. I think Amber and I had a conversation in New York over the weekend, and a lot of it was challenging her to continue to push, continue to get better, continue to improve. She knows that conversation. So the people that want to be in your space that you are assigned to touch and to give value to, that's part of leadership as well. So it isn't just show up, do your job, make sure the bottom line is dead, and then get out the place.
Right.
It's not a tragedy. You don't care about that.
Right.
That's true. I mean, that's great that you guys look at it like that and challenge each other in a positive way because great things come. And it's great to be able to take your team with you and promote them and show them in those positive lights as you guys travel and do these kind of things, to have Amber involved. I mean, that's a great piece to it too.
Of course.
A lot of people don't have, someone that's talented and gifted like she is with a camera.
And dedicated.
Absolutely.
Dedicated.
Right. Just building her business and the partnership that you guys have created too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's so great. So, and then, something I was just thinking about right now, that could be something we can do is kind of have her on an episode as well with us, talking about her brand, her involvement with Top Shelf, kind of how she sees things through you guys' side, how the collaboration process takes place, how she enjoys working with you guys.
When you talk about partnering with people, that's key. Like meeting someone who cares as much about making sure your brand looks good as they do their own. And Amber is that. So she's not here just to make sure that she looks good or get her name out there. I told her start watermarking your stuff. She doesn't care about any of that. She cares about making sure that your company is represented in the right light. So absolutely.
Yes, and I'll tell her that too because she does so much great work.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of sharks that come in, see the great work that she steal the work, and now they're negotiating whatever deals they're negotiating off of her work and her positioning in this community because
Yeah, no, just for being tied to us, her name is going to be a certain group,
Right.
so she's going to be well with us if she, continues to improve, stay in the day, stay hungry, she's going to do really good.
Right.
And that's our job again as leaders, man, is to have, a vision that's big enough that other people be touched and blessed by it. When we opened this location up, it wasn't just for myself. I had a small little office and I was happy there and I was doing great.
He was.
But then when we moved into this location, I didn't have an immediate need for it, but we were blessed. God gave us a vision that was big enough that could serve, our goals, our needs, and then also my family, my immediate family's goals and dreams, and then a ton of, kids that are gonna be involved with our family business that's coming behind as well. So that's the again the goal of the leader to lead people effectively, challenge, encourage, and positively inspire them.
that's big. So, shout out to Amber, shout out to all the businesses that have worked with Top Shelf Financial because they think different, they do different, and just a next level organization,
Right.
all the way. So we're gonna get into the last piece of this, right? As we get to the next part, is kind of like they're reflecting on how they, how they felt about being on this podcast because it's their first one, so we want to shout that out.
Yes.
Number one is right here,
Yep.
right, with Brands Experts Podcast. So we want to shout that out because we know they're gonna, be doing a lot more as time goes on. I'm gonna call it right now. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it is gonna happen. They're gonna be on Earn Your Leisure. We see that. We see that, right?
Yeah.
And we got to speak this kind of stuff into existence. We're talking about it now, and it's gonna happen. So let's continue to talk like that. And hopefully they can come here to the San Antonio Valley.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I love Earn Leisure. What they're doing for the community and the culture is just is exactly what we want to be doing in our own Top Shelf Financial. So that's an inspiration for us as well. So shout out to EYL.
Let's call the shot early.
Yep.
For sure. So we'll get into them reflecting on it, then a little bit of VIP stuff, and kind of like what we're gonna be doing the next time they get on. So be on the lookout for that. All right, we are back. Wish it could gone a lot longer, right? We all got things to do, right? We all growing, moving and living the life that we live. But before we get to the last piece, I want to tell them thank you for believing in our brand as well, Brand Experts Podcast. For believing in enough to trust us with you guys' faith.
Sure.
So you guys really care a lot about. That's just an honor that I take. Every brand, every expert, every entrepreneur that we talk to, because we knew that this is something that's no small feat to bet on yourself, to know every time that the paychecks come from you guys' hard work and dedication, that it doesn't come from a corporation that's going to sign your name without it, tell you what to do, only throw you a 2-week vacation.
Right.
That you guys build this. So I just want to tell you thank you.
Yeah, man, definitely.
For this time. Let's do it again. For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's get to the first piece. What did you enjoy about being on this podcast? So we can start with you, Jazz.
Yeah, just being able to, let everyone know what it is that we want to do in the community. Sit down with someone like-minded. That was great, and it's been just as exciting as it's been for you. It's been exciting for us as well. So I've enjoyed all of that, and then also just kind of letting people know that although we are a very full brand, we're actually very sophisticated as well. So it's not just about the things that we do for our clients or the way that we dress or the lifestyle brand. I want people to know if they come out and sit down with us, they're going to get some of the best, if not the best, financial advice in the San Antonio Valley and worldwide. We're students of our craft. We take our time to learn the industry. So we're not just throwing stuff out there and seeing if it'll stick. We really take our time to make sure that every single plan is individualized and it's done right for our clients.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy sitting down and building with you. Someone that's just as passionate about what it is that they do. Uh, this is your profession. And you've been with us for a couple hours or whatever the case is, and you set up the whole deal. So uh, it's like again, lions speak the same language. You know what I mean? And I think we definitely speak the same language and we connect. So just and then the opportunity to tell our story, tell our story, our experience. I know there's a lot of energy around, this top shelf movement, and some people understand it, some people don't quite understand it yet, and maybe this podcast will give them clarity to it. So just the opportunity to be able to bring it full circle and give people the chance to participate in this brand and fall in love with it, man, on your side and also on our side as well.
I'm gonna say I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We love what you're doing as well.
It's special. I'm shooting for this. We want this, for Champions Play with the business consulting firm where we do video creation. You guys have the biggest video, right? Number one, right? We've done over almost 500 videos.
Thank you.
Nice.
That was number one. With Small Business Saturday,
Yeah.
number one video, right? If you go to the channel and select Poppy, this is number one. I think it's almost 5,000 views on that one.
Nice.
A lot of engagement, a lot of comments, people kind of, love it.
Yeah.
Shooting for the same thing here.
Yeah.
Since that one went out of the park, let's hit a grand slam.
Definitely. We're gonna be doing some things in the future, man, and we'd love to have you a part of it as well.
For sure. Okay. Would you recommend other brand owners or experts at a brand get on this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like you said, it gives you the opportunity to tell your story. It gives you the opportunity to connect with your community. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Again, you're passionate, you're thorough with your work, and most importantly, you're highlighting whomever it is that you're speaking to. You're highlighting their product, their brand, and the focus is on them. So, yeah, definitely, I would definitely recommend people to come and build with you.
For sure. Do you feel like filming this podcast has made you and your brand more comfortable with getting on podcasts in the future?
Yeah, I think we're already confident and comfortable, doing this. We're definitely comfortable, already. So I think that was already kind of there, but yeah, I think that was already established.
Yeah, it was established, and you just took time. I wasn't. It's not that I doubted or I was nervous, but when I was in my office one day, you yourself and DeVonte, you guys sat in this back conference and you guys built together and you guys took time to really get to know each other. So I knew it would be a positive experience just from the time that you all spent. So that was great. It wasn't just come in and do your job. You took time to build with us too. So I'm great.
And that's important with a line, right? With you guys, make sure that I care about what I do, take it serious. Same with you guys, right? Make sure you guys are taking it serious when you guys' branding is too as well. Like I said before, being here at nighttime, it gives it a whole nother.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's another layer to it, and it just shows you're thinking about more about what's possible. What restaurant you put it on here in Lancaster Boulevard. Rio is great for what they do, right? And how they brought in kind of like that high-end restaurant feel to this area. But why can't we keep it going? Why can't we keep that energy going? Why can't there be a line of 5-star restaurants right here?
Yeah.
Right.
Why not?
Yep. Definitely.
There's some great spots out here too, so come out and eat on the boulevard.
Yeah, definitely come down and support the Boulevard. This Lancaster City Council, they're very forward thinking. The Boulevard Association is forward thinking. So definitely come down and support and build down here for sure.
That's right. Shout out Zelda's 705.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Lucky.
Oli Quinn
Yeah.
downstairs.
La Papillon Hotel.
Poppy on your 5-star over there too. So we already have a lot of great spots. Lucky Luke's, absolutely. Let's continue to build here. Right?
Absolutely.
Let's continue with that great energy and invest into this Lancaster Boulevard area because it's really special. Okay. Will Top Shelf Financial be getting back on the Brands Experts podcast?
Yeah, man, definitely. Anything to support what it is that you're doing, and we're going to continue to grow and create more memories and create new experiences to be able to bring back to the podcast and build with you. And I think we're working on a collaborative joint coming up here in the future with 17. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, let's build. Let's continue to build. I'm with it.
Okay, for sure.
We're
So
with it.
for sure. So something we have special here at Brands Experts Podcast is the quick brands marketing group, right? Something to show that you can think outside of yourself and start a brand quickly and do some things with it, but also have a group. Like, don't do everything yourself. With all of us being members of the local chamber of commerce, we see how important groups like that can be, but there should be active marketing groups with programs like this. And so we want to bridge those gaps and do it through podcasting, right? So this is something VIP that you have to sign up for, but it's worth it because you get to get VIP mentorship from experts like Jazzmine.
Yes.
Definitely.
So if we're getting on that, first part of that is has hold on.
Excuse me.
What has been your most effective marketing strategy so far for your brand?
Again, meeting our community where they're at. Meeting them where they're at. Doing events that they connect to. And accomplishing and executing.
And when you're struggling and that's not working, when none of those things are working, pick up a book, personally develop.
Yeah.
You gotta personally develop because it'll completely change your identity in business.
Yeah, man.
Get a book recommendation. We'll do all three. We'll provide a book recommendation. I have one, my business Bible. And we'll we'll start with you, Jasmine.
This book is great for the beginner entrepreneur, Think and Grow Rich. That's going to completely change your mindset and open you up to more. So that's really great for if it's maybe one of your first books that you pick up. That's a great one to pick up.
Yeah, probably my all-time favorite book. There's definitely, if you're just beginning the journey of entrepreneurship, there's obviously, Think and Grow Rich, Outwitting the Devil. Those are excellent beginning books. But Relentless by Tim Grover is an amazing book. That's Michael Jordan's trainer. That's an excellent book to read and understand the process of becoming a cleaner in business. So, Relentless.
I didn't say that one, that's why I didn't. But yes, that's a great book.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Tim Grover. Watch a lot of your podcasts. Listen to you. Remember you talking about the book. Need to read that. So gotta put that somewhere.
Relentless, man.
Relentless. For me, it's Myron Golden Boss Move. Read that book. It's probably the fourth time I read it. But it's that important to just shape kind of a lot of what I do as a business expert. Just to always learn and position myself. Right? So just to recap what the books are. We have Jazzmine Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
We have DeVonte with Relentless by Tim Grover.
That's right.
And we have Elite with Boss Move by Myron Golden. Right? So we're going to finish the last part up of this right after this break, but we'll let you know we're going to get into it. We're going to get into how to reach them. Right? That's very important to know how to reach them.
Yes.
And that's what we're getting into. So get into that right now. Cool. All right, everybody. Still in Brands Experts Podcast with the last piece of this with Top Shelf Financial. Hate to, see it being over. I don't want to say that, but, I feel like, we got to know each other a lot more right now. Help start to build a great relationship with what, we're all doing. So thank you guys for what you guys are doing. If we could get kind of what page you have, if you want to do the person, if you want to do the business as well. So kind of how to reach you.
Right.
Yes.
I'm still in the dinosaur age, so my social media, I don't have a personal Instagram, guys. But you can always look us up on Top Shelf Financial on Instagram. You can send us an email at info@topshelffinancialservices.com. You want to give your personal?
Yeah, so definitely the best way would be to reach out to us on Top Shelf Financial on Instagram. And then my personal Instagram is DeVonte_Thomas23. You can find me there. And then our company email for any business inquiries, info@topshelffinancialservices.com. You'll be able to tap in and reach out to us on business level.
Check out our website, www.topshelffinancialservices.com. You can get some great information, and then also you can send us a direct message from there.
Absolutely.
Okay. So covered everything. in this episode with Top Shelf Financial. Just like to really thank them for everything that they're doing. Just want to let them know, keep building, stay as ambitious as you guys are, because that's really important to stay ambitious and keep doing everything you're doing, because it gets scary sometimes, right? When you go to uncharted water, but it's worth it, right? You guys have done a lot of traveling in New York, right? The financial capital of this country. You guys have,
That's our home away from home. That's our special place.
Love New York City, man. Shout out to NYC.
Okay.
You're gonna definitely be doing a lot of things over there, business, living, lifestyle, the whole deal in New York City. So
Okay.
let's do something big, AB. Let's do something big while you got us here. All right. Let's do it. We ain't got nothing left, but we gotta do it. Nonetheless.
That's how we do it.
We're sipping good, the whole deal.
Sipping good, living good, all right?
Right.
Ryan's Experts Podcast, Top Shelf Financial. Let's take it to the top.
Appreciate it. Let's do it. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.